Hello, good morning. How are you doing today? My name is Maggie. I will be sharing my intuitive perspective with some oracle cards here. I have 3 cards representing the gut, the instinct, the heart, the intuition, and the mind, the intellect. Stay tuned for the whole video. I'll be clarifying each of the cards as we go along. And today is day 16 of doing these readings. So please like, comment, subscribe, share if you're feeling these videos. So let's dive in. So for the instinct, we have connection. For the intuition, we have anxiety. And for the intellect, we have earth. And happy new moon, by the way. I sense that that's why there may be anxiety coming up right now. Something to do with the dark moon, the new moon, feeling very low, feeling very unmotivated, feeling very stressed. With the connection and earth here as well, there is an undeniable trust, an undeniable knowing that there's still parts of us that are questioning who we are, right? If we're in this Leo archetype that we're able to be who we are, we're able to shine our whole self. And there could be some things that are still coming into place. I feel don't doubt it. There's no doubt when we doubt what we do or what we say, and because there's a difference between doubting and questioning. And there's a healthy questioning, a healthy inquiry about who we are and where we're at. That's okay. But when it gets into stressful territories, what am I doing? That's a little different, because I feel the earth here is really asking to stay present with your physical reality, to give back to the earth, to allow her to hold you. And what I mean by that is just getting out, going for a walk, really recognizing the nature in your area, really remembering the connection through all of it. Is really going to help you remember yourself, right? When we recognize nature, it just brings us closer to who we are. So let's clarify each of the cards. So for connection, we have union. Beautiful. Can't get any more connected. All right, let's clarify anxiety. We have creation. Wow. And let's clarify earth. We have sorrow. So there's some really beautiful stuff going on, I feel, internally, that in the heart space, I feel there may be anxiety, but ultimately it's growing, it's pushing you, it's creating. There's something new that's being created. Maybe some new feelings could come online that need to be processed. When we grow, we expand, and in order to really open our hearts, we have to bring forth the feelings of hurt and discomfort, whatever may be hurting you in some way or causing that anxiety. I feel creation itself is expanding us. It's moving our intuition forward, so we can understand more about ourselves. We have union here to clarify the connection. there is a very strong pull, a very strong knowing that we are all one, we are all connected. There is no separateness. And there are many ideologies around this, but like unity consciousness, really knowing what that means, what that understanding means for oneself. There's a lot of teachings behind that can help the mind here. So we have the mind and the earth. What kinds of practices have been with the earth and for a long time. And it can feel really sorrowful right now. It can feel there's a sadness. I feel like there's a really powerful sadness going on in the mind, that there's no, like, hopelessness, is very sorrow, but grief, right? Grief is a part of this as well, that when we kind of sit and mourn with the earth and we sit and mourn for our families, our friends, not even just because one person has died, like mourning the world. When we sit in those types of spaces and feel those emotions, there can be clarity that comes through that. And I'm not suggesting this for everybody. I'm just recognizing like the depth of how Earth supports us. There can be like the connection that we have with each other, right? The connection with creation. Those are some pretty big ideologies. There can be many ways to expand upon unity and creation. But for the sake of this reading, and it's like we have like anxiety and sorrow here. So I guess I'm just sensing that we're sensitive right now with this new moon energy. Remember who you are. It's safe to feel your feelings. Don't doubt yourself. You're doing great is what I always like to say. Like, no matter where you're at, no matter what you're doing, you are the only you that you know how to handle. So how you walk through your path is up to you. And like, that's our power. That's how we can kind of cultivate our authenticity. We can cultivate just where we're at and be aware of others and be aware of certain faculties of the mind. I don't really see awareness as much here. I feel like this is like a bigger scale. Like, this definitely feels way more collective. Like we're going through a collective change versus sometimes it's a little bit more personal. There is, like we are undeniably connected. Like, for real though. I feel that there is a connection with our shadow, the self, all of the parts that we've repressed, that's that anxiety that may be coming forth in us. But remember, it all belongs. It all connects. So you got this. So let's do one card, just overall. Separation. Ooh, gosh. Always gotta throw me the opposite. Or look how opposite these cards are. Union and separation. So what makes separation so unified is that there will always be separation. We will always have that separateness, being human, being a part of this existence there seems to be this separation that we experience from our hearts, from our minds, from our bodies. We've been conditioned and programmed to believe we are separate from everything that exists, that it's hard and it feels really lonely. It feels very just tragic sometimes to feel separate. And what remains here is the heart. What remains here is that you are always loved, no matter what. So remember that. Love is like the glue, and gratitude. Stay grateful for what is happening in your life. Stay grateful for what feels good, what move in the places that makes you feel good. And you're doing great. Thank you for watching this video, and stay tuned for the next one. Bye.